Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you get tired of it?
No, never. العقل السليم في الجسم السليم. Our power is coming from our mind. When I just going to lift the weight, I take like a challenge in my mind between me and the weight. I just look at the bar and I say my target to beat you right now, and I will. I love my sport because my sport changed all of my life. Now my career is 18 years. I started from 2006. I have been participated in 4 Paralympic Games, and the sport is not to win. The sport that I like, powerlifting, is just to compete. I will keep competing.
The women's 79 kg final, starting off with Macarena Montero of Chile with 90. On to Garam Aros Mane of Iraq. Caroline Fernandez Alves of Brazil. Here are various records. Bosio Malayo, the world record, 145 for Nigeria. Marion Serrano with the next gen record from 3 years ago and a bronze already today here. Omalayo also with the African record, obviously, from Nigeria. That was set at the African Championships in Cairo at the end of October. Maria Ortiz with the American record from last year. And Zhu Lili, the Asian record holder, 141. Vera Murtova of Russia, 143, the European record from the World Championships last year. Now let's find out who our referees are going to be for this final. It is the last of the individual women's events. And here are our referees. Zaheda Matsa of Malaysia, the chief referee. The right referee, Yasser Musla of Yemen. And Jari Laine, the left referee from Finland. I always think of Denny Lane when I say his name because it's spelt the same way, from the Moody Blues and Wings. So our referees, with the technical controller Norsia Mohammed of Malaysia. Macarena Montero of Chile, who is a really good campaigner. We've seen her come through in the last couple of years. She's only had 2 championships to her name. Caroline Fernandez Alves the one, and that was gold for her in the Americas. Nasser Mohammed Marah, nice to see her come through in the African Championships, the last 2 of those. as Maisa of Jordan. Good candidate as well, 4th in the Paralympic Games. Asia Oceania silver. This is pound for pound a really, really good field. Countdown underway for the final women's decider. I think you can hear us okay, by the way. Apologies for the crosswires earlier. It's meant that you were also getting the direct feed of the Arabic commentary, but I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe it was more enjoyable than the English one. Actually, it probably was. Anyway, here we go. Last women's final is coming. Women's 79 kilo decider, and it is on the way now.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. نعود مرة أخرى أحبتي مشاهدينا هنا عبر دبي الرياضية في هذه الانطلاقة والجولة قبل الأخيرة. سيدات 79 كيلو جرام.
So the women's 79 kilo final, there are 5 in this. And Macarena Montero will be the woman to start it for Chile. She'll be starting with 90. And that is a good high start by her standards. Her lifetime best in major competition is 90, and that is from the World Championships last year. So you've had Victor Rubilar as coach for a good few years for Chile. This is Hein Echeverria. Just looking after the team jointly here. So Macarena Montero of Santiago, aiming for the Para Pan Ams next year, which are in Santiago, based in the High Performance Center there 5 days a week, along with everyone else. 4th in the Americas Championship in St. Louis in July, 13th in the World Championships last year in Belize. She's been the Chilean champion 3 years ago, won the Lima World Cup gold in 2019, a good test event for the previous Pan Ams. And still only 24. Went along to the gym to support from some colleagues, and as invariably happens, got strong-armed into competing, and she's turned out to be very good at it. So this to match her lifetime best. And this for 90 to start off, and she's got chances of medals here, definitely, and that's a good lift. It is 2-1 in her favour for Macarena Montero for Chile, and she goes in front. .90 was the mark that won bronze in this division in the Americas Championship in St. Louis. She finished on 84 herself. She went for 91 in the last round but didn't get it, and that would have been bronze for her. So there was a disappointment there, but she's improving all the time and now competing well for medals again. And she leads here after the first attempt, and this is it. Nice lift of 90 for Macarena. Next up for Iraq, Karam Al Osmani, and it is 100, that is her target. The Asian Youth Games champion in 2013, 4th in the Asia Oceania Championships in 2015, 4th in the Asian Games the year before, 4th in the European Open Championship in Exeter, Russia in 2013, 6th in the African Open Championships in Cairo at the end of October, as Iraq were not competing in the Asia Oceania Championships this year. And it's Mohammed Ghunom Ali who is the coach this time. It was Tana Ghanim in Cairo for the Iraqi team there, which was sort of in the same neighbourhood in Cairo, basically. She's ready and set now. Still 30 seconds to go for Karam Al-Osmani. Ninth in the World Championships last year, and that was her first World Championships that came in Tbilisi. Everybody in this has been then at least a top 4 competitor, and 4 of the 5 have won championship medals. Al-Osmani for 100 for the lead for Iraq, and that is a good lift. 2 out of 3 in her favour, and she goes in front. It's very well finished off, and that got Al-Osmani at the top with 3 to go in this opening round. It will be again quite a quick zip through this event with 5 in it. "41 countries represented. Now for Brazil, the new America's champion, a sensational gold in St. Louis. She lifted 107 in the final round to take the gold. It was Brazil 1 and 2. Azeite Arugo had the silver behind it for Brazil, and look at where she is here. If she adds 4 to her current best mark, and that 107 was from the last round in St. Louis, then she'd be in the pathway to Paris and the Paralympic Games. Other things to watch out for in advance: the World Championships here, the Pan Ams in Santiago. This for 103 to go into the lead. It is 4 kilos off her lifetime best. So gold medal winning lift was 107, and she's delighted with it. It is 2 out of 3 for her, and she's gliding right now. Carolyn Fernandez of Brazil in front on 103. 2 to go in the opening round, and she's at the moment got herself in a top 3 spot by the end of this round. That's for certain. The rest can't have that guaranteed for the moment. Nasira Mohamed Mirar, who won bronze brilliantly in the African Championships at the end of October in Cairo. She had finished 4th in the previous edition in Algiers with Mohamed Salah Benata, the national team coach, and also silver in the women's team event in Cairo. So Nasira Mohamed Mirar on the way, looking for 120. This is 24 kilos above her lifetime best. You love the ambition. Was originally looking at 115 here, but 120 instead. She's 36 now, and we haven't seen her in a global championship yet, a Worlds or a Paralympic Games, which she's come on the scene in the past few years, has prospered at the African Championships, and looking to do so here. And she's got 40 seconds, so she's got time. And this is as much kind of about the routine and taking your time and getting settled and sorted than any particular rearranging or discomfort. So she's all set. (120) 15 seconds to go. Pushed through well. And that will be a good lift for Nasira Mohamed Marah. 123 white lights for her, and she goes into the lead for Algeria. Now that was a good lift. So she's in front. It was a very good lift, as it turns out. Everything pristine and spot on, and that was very, very, very well done. So to wrap up, Asma Issa of Jordan. And she's going very close to her lifetime best, you'll see straight away. 4th in the Paralympic Games last time out in Tokyo last year. Silver in the Asia Oceania Championships in Korea in June in Pyeongtaek. No mark in the previous efforts in 2015. West Asian Games champion in 2019. (17 kilos away from a medal at the Paralympic Games last year when she finished in 4th. 123, this for the lead. We are going to go to the flags. So this is where we find out if Asma Issa has succeeded. And no, 2-1 against. The white flag coming from our left referee, Yari Line. So she misses out. That is the first miss of the competition coming for Asma Issa, the wife of Omar Karada, the Paralympic champion. Isa Hilal and Adel Wisha, her regular coaches, and she has not been able to enjoy the first round. Nasser Mohamed Marah leads on 120, Carolyn Fernandez Alves second on 103, Karam Al-Osmani third for Iraq, and Macarena Montero in 4th for Chile. So she's got chances, definitely, of leaping up into the medals, but she will need to break a lifetime best. It's as simple as that. Her lifetime best she equalled in the opening round of 90. This is for 95. Her fourth place in the America's Championship saw her miss out by 6 kilos. The mark that she has already got today would have claimed the bronze. Would have brought a level with Claudia Miranda of Mexico. And the way things were done in the first 2 Continental Championships of the year, they'd have just said, right, we'll take a medal each, thank you. Now the head-to-head lift is mandatory. So Macarena Montero for 95 for Chile. Well, she's got the 95 raised. There were 12 seconds left in the clock, and that is a good lift. She got that right. 2-1 in her favour, and that's fine. Bit of strain in the press, but she's been given it, and that's good news for her. She leads in terms of the total lift, and she's 5 kilos off the medals. But then that depends on who else has their successful lifts in this round. But she's in touch, 5 kilos away from third, and lying in fourth. It's just on the press here, stalls a bit, but she's all right, kept it moving, didn't let it slip down, wasn't moving backwards to knock off the rack. It was fine, and a good lift. Karam Al-Osmani of Iraq cleared 100 in the opening round, and at the moment that is good enough for bronze, but having to defend it here a little bit, and this for 106. She's 27, and with that Asian Youth Games gold 9 years ago, it opened a few doors for her in terms of international competition. 106 for her. This to open up an 11 kilo lead over Macarena Montero, who is beginning to snap at the heels slightly. Still a minute to go, and she used up as much time as she could on the bench last time. Mohammed Ghulam Ali coach getting into position in order to help the lift and for her to take over. Took a little bit of a detour, had 6 onto the bar from her first round attempt, and that too is a good lift. She only had 16 seconds left to go as well, but she's made that work really well. Karam Al-Osmani. And she goes into the silver medal position above Carolyn Fernandez of Brazil. Good going. She's been satisfied, and certainly with the 2 attempts in this round, the referees have been satisfied as well that what they've had has been good. The America's champion, the first time America's champion in her first championship as it was, Carolyn Fernandez Alves of Brazil. It's 103 here, and this for a new lifetime best of 108 to surpass the gold medal winning lift right at the end of her success in St. Louis. Go above Alice Mane, who's just had that 106. It's not quite what Macarena Montero needs at the moment. So she gets this at 108. She goes 3 kilos off the top 8. So Carolyn Fernandez, 108. To go in front by 2 kilos. Pushing through well for a lifetime best. And this to go into the silver medal position. She has not done it though. The 2 side referees have voted it down. 2-1 against. And she'll have to wait. Will the America's champion? That did not pay off for Caroline. Bit of extra control required. Two to go in this middle round, and a competition that we are clipping through at some pace with 5 in it. It is Asma Isa. Well, she missed in the opening round on 123, and she is going for this again. 126 a lifetime best. And the Paralympic Games 4th placer. Dropping her hands to recover her position. Well, big one, 123. Asma Isa. Still a huge amount of time left on the clock, over a minute, and she's going to start the lift now. No fiddling with this, that or the other. She is straight into it. Something that you have to admire. We'll see what they made of that stop sequence. That's a good lift. All 3 are happy with it, then that's fine. What she was attempting last time, she's got it right now. And she goes in front on 123 ahead of Nasira Mohammed Marar. The instant right to reply. I'm being talked through it by Mohammed Salah Benata in the wings. So 120 she is on, and this to go back in front. Alice Mane in the bronze medal position. Carolyn Fernandez and Macarena Montero are just outside the medals at the moment. Nasira Mohammed Marar looking to go into the lead. 120 she has got. 125. And she's already set a new lifetime best today of 120, which was 24 kilos above her previous mark from the African Championship bronze medal win. So this is putting quite a bit of pressure on her. It is 29 kilos above her lifetime best coming into today. And again, taking her time to make sure that everything is right. With that, procedural more than anything else. So this for the heaviest lift of her career by some considerable margin. Again, 125, but she has the strength for it. That is impressive. She's been training really well. It's a good lift. The two side referees giving it, and she leads. And she's on the way to a medal, and it may well be gold. And at the moment it is gold. 125. For Nasra Mohamed Merah of Algeria, 2 ahead of Asma Issa of Jordan, who came out of the pack having missed her first round attempt to get onto the board in this second round. But that's an excellent lift from Nasra Mohamed Merah. So Nasra Mohamed Merah leads 125, Asma Issa in second place. Big moment, Macarena Montero. Lifetime best in the second round of 95. This is for 98, so she's not going to be in the podium. But this is at a push, looking to make her spot at the top of the total standings a bit more comfortable. Macarena Montero, 98. It is a big ask, of course, but it is, after equalising her lifetime best with 90 and then beating it on 95. So Macarena Montero for Chile. She's allowed herself a lot of time to steady herself. This for 98. This is important in terms of the total lift. In the best lift, she is 5th and will stay there. So Jaén Echeverría getting her primed, getting that lifted up. Took a little bit of a while, and I'm afraid that's not been given to her, but it's only 2-1 against on the press sequence. So a little speedier, a little more control, and that would have been actually fine. But 95 was where it ends for 185. Here's her mark now. And she'll be looking for certain lifters to miss out. Well, that was a blow from Macarena Montero. Was very popular on the powerlifting circuit, having broken through in the past couple of years internationally. First seen properly at the World Championships in 2011, where she finished 13th last year, and that 4th place spot in the Americas Championship. So 185 is how Macarena Montero finishes. as we welcome back in Karam Al-Osmaneh of Iraq. Currently lying in third place. She will stay in third, but strengthen her hand if she gets it. 100 and 106. So she's already beyond Macarena Montero. Al-Osmaneh with those 2 high finishes in the European Open Championships in Aleksand, the Asian Youth Games as well in 2013, where she had won the gold. She'd finished 4th in Aleksand. Each lift so far has taken an age, but there is such a thing as doing things properly, and she's happy with that. With Mohammed Ghulam Ali. Well, she's left 15 seconds left on the clock. Again, Karam Al-Osmaneh, 6 seconds to go. Now gets the lift going, but she's been so comfortable so far, so strong with the lifting. And we're going to go to the flags to see if she's given that or not. Yes is white, and there's 3 of them. It is a good lift for Al-Osmaneh. Terrific. She finishes on 109, and that in terms of the total lift is 315. 100, 106, 109. Three to go. Caroline Fernandez. Well, 103 in the first round and 108. She missed in the second. So this is a big one for her. She is now out of the medals, overtaken by Karam Al-Osmaneh on 109. So Fernandez has to leap up there now with Mohammed Morar on 125, on Asma Issa on 123. 109 will tie with Al-Osmaneh, and then they would have to go and do another head-to-head lift. She's still 9th in terms of the race to Paris. Only 8 spots. She'd be the first alternate if someone can't make it. Caroline Fernandez, 109. This for the bronze, for a tie of bronze. Good lift, magnificent, majestic, lifetime best. She's added a couple onto her America's Championship winning lift in St. Louis. And that puts her in a tie for bronze. There will be a mandatory head-to-head lift now. They'll both do 109 again, and they both come away with medals if they both miss or if they both succeed. And what a battle for the gold. 2 lifts to go. Our leader in 125 is Nasser Mohamed Mourar for Algeria. All primed with a coach Mohamed Salah Benatia. So here she comes, Nasra Mohamed Mourar, after her terrific display in Cairo in picking up that Africa's Championship bronze medal and the women's team silver. 127 to put a little bit of further out of the grasp of Asma Issa, who obviously has the final word in a few moments. For World Cup success. Again, in Middle East and North Africa, from Algeria, won the African Championships medal in Egypt and now in the UAE. MENA, Middle East, North Africa region. $127, the target for our leader, and this to make the lead stronger. At the moment, Asma Issa would need to add 2 to tie and 3 to win. If Nasra gets this, it would be 4 for Issa to tie and an extra 5 for her to win. The grip is firm, the clock winds down, and it has to be now for Nasra Mohamed Mourar. She has pushed through really well. A firm piece of strength, and she was hoping tidy lifting, but 2 out of 3, voting her down in the press sequence. It is no lift, she stays in front, but it is out of her hands as to whether she wins or not now. It was a very much worthy effort, but 2 and against, and you can make it out. It was from the press here. Stop sequence was considered to be fine. A bit more control needed. 2, 4, 5 is what she ends up with in terms of the total lift. Currently, for Mohamed Mourar, she's in the gold medal position in terms of the total. Garam Al-Asmani is in pole position. She got all the lifts in. That's 3:15. Silver is Nasser Mohamed Mourar with 2:45. She would be overtaken if Issa gets this. She would take second. Fernandez Alves would be dropped to third. So Asma Issa 128. This for glory, 123 are best up to this point. Remember, we've got a tie on 109. This will be either gold if she gets it, Asma Issa, or silver if she doesn't. It will go to Nasra Mohamed Mourar. That is taking its time. That's not necessarily being pressed equally in the way up, but let's see. It is no lift, it's all three against it. Is the press sequence. Asma Isa is denied, and the winner is Nasra Mohammed Mirar, who finishes on 125. Asma Isa 123, only had one lift in the end, successful. So Nasra Mohammed Mirar taking the gold, Asma Isa the silver, and at the moment bronze between Karam Al Asmane of Iraq and Carolyn Fernandez Alves of Brazil. So the head-to-head lift mandatory at 109 to see who goes through to definitively claim the bronze. And if they have the same result, then that's it. They will both get a bronze each. 14 kilos behind those two. Macarena Montero put in a good fist of an effort, but she's missed out on the medals by 14 kilos. And in terms of the total lift, well, she finished in 4th place and was 27 in total behind Carolyn Fernandez. So the head-to-head, Karam Al Osmane of Iraq going again for 109. Karam Al Osmane of Iraq. So she got all of her marks in, and that's impressive. It means she wins the total lift, that is certain. Silver to Nasra Mohammed Mirar and bronze to Carolyn Fernandez of Brazil. The pressure is certainly on, not being asked to She's got 38 seconds to go. She's waited all the way through. She will be fine. Now, can she get 109 for the second time and make it 4 lifts out of 4? It would guarantee she would get a bronze medal. And then what happens to Carolyn Fernandez is a different matter. Alice Mane to make sure that she is on the podium. She's happy with it, 109. The referee's happy with it. They are not. Stop sequence, all three. Stop sequence. So, there may be daylight, there may not be daylight. Carolyn Fernandez of Brazil has been given a big lifeline for the bronze medal. And whatever happens, Carolyn Fernandez is now guaranteed a bronze, either in her own right, should she get the lift, or sharing with Karam Al Osmane. So stop sequence, not much going on there. Let's see this side. So now, to pick up the bronze outright, Carolyn Fernandez of Brazil in this head-to-head shootout, 1 lift each. Alice Mane has missed hers. Carolyn Fernandez to finish with a sole bronze medal. Fernandez, who missed on 108. That saw her slip down a bit in terms of the total standings, but still picking up a bronze in that. Remember that this head-to-head lift does not go towards the total lift in the end. That is boxed off. Obviously it goes towards the main result, the best lift. Carolyn Fernandez Alves for 109, and this is for the bronze, and she's got it raised well. The coach likes it, the crowd like it, the referees like it. It's bronze for Caroline for Brazil, the America's champion, and with a lifetime best of 109, she's lifted twice. She picks up the sole bronze in her own right. Tough luck for Karam Al-Osmani of Iraq. She just misses out on the podium. She does win the total lift though, but the final drama of the women's individual competition at this Fazza World Cup in Dubai, and it is bronze for Carolyn Fernandez Alves of Brazil with another lift of 109. So now the victory ceremony for this last women's individual event of this Fazza World Cup in Dubai. The women's 79 kilo final and that eventual head-to-head lift for the bronze medal. Well, Caroline Fernandez lifted again for Brazil. Caroline Fernandez Alves, 109. But Garam Alasmane did not when she went again at 109, so she misses out. Fourth place for her. Mr. Tarek Suri, the Chief Executive Officer of the Asian Paralympic Committee, is presenting the medals for this victory ceremony. What a result for Brazil then. Caroline Fernandez Alves, she is the America's champion, 107 on her debut, and now twice, 2 lifts in a row she's had to go for 109, and that earns her the bronze medal in this World Cup. A great result, and she gets the Burj Khalifa as well. She was playing catch up a lot, was Asma Issa. 4th in the Paralympic Games last year and 6th in the World Championships in Tbilisi. She wasn't on the mark in the first round. She missed 123, then got that in the second round, but was second then behind Nasira Mohamed Merah. Didn't get her final lift of 128, which would have won her the gold. So Asma Issa of Jordan picks up the silver, and the winner for Algeria is Nasira Mohamed Merah. 125 she cleared in the second round, and that was enough for the gold. 127 she didn't get in the third round, but that was fine. She wins on the World Cup circuit, which is a magnificent result. Bronze in the African Championships and gold in Dubai for Algeria. We salute you. The number one in this women's 79 kilo decider, Nasira Mohamed Merah. Somebody that everyone is all aware of now with the World Championships on next year. We've got African Games too, don't forget. Asma Issa, oh, that was a good catch with the silver medal. Grabbing the flag, and bronze for Caroline Fernandez Alves of Brazil, 109, and that was a fantastic result in her own right for the America's champion. So the women's events are now done. Gold going to Garam Alasmane in terms of the total lift, 315. Nasira Mohamed Merah, the silver for Algeria, 245. Caroline Fernandez Alves did get the bronze in the end for Brazil, 212. And we've got one more individual event to come, and it's on in apparently 7 minutes. Men's over 107 kilo final, 13 in, and we'll be back soon.